Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Well, thanks for joining us here on this special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Jordan Smith. Today was a day that brought the entire city of Spokane together, Bloomsday. Today was the 47th installment of this cherished race. Everyone from younger kids to older adults were running the 7.5-mile journey throughout town. Along with the runners, thousands of volunteers were helping every corner of the race. Peter Choi was at the race this morning. He highlights the amazing work of those volunteers.
Nearly 30,000 people are participating this year's Bloomsday, and without volunteers, there's no Bloomsday. Are you ready?
You guys, are you ready to do this? Let's make some noise.
Let's go!
Spokane streets are filled with music and runners dancing and warming up. 1, 2, 1, 2. For the city's annual race, Bloomsday. At the very front of the starting line, you will find a volunteer like Patrick Bolger. Bring the energy before the race. He says this is his first time emceeing for the event.
This is awesome. It's so cool seeing so many people in such a great mood and really ready to do this, so it's fun.
The Bloomsday communication director says more than 4,000 volunteers from all different backgrounds showed up on Sunday with one goal: to make this race run smoothly. Former police officer Tom Sahlberg is volunteering to continue the legacy of serving the public.
They figured that someone who's been in law enforcement should be able to handle a starter's pistol.
For any emergency situation, medical crews are on the lookout.
We have a group of folks that are all nurses and work at the hospital, and we're here to help the community through potential medical emergencies while they're here.
Wet water, dry water?
Better water, best water.
And don't forget to grab a water cup on the way out.
Guaranteed quality, it'll taste like water.
I get to have fun handing out water.
The city comes together, lots of support for all the runners, lots of a huge range of people in the race between kids and older people, runners, walkers. So yeah, I think the volunteers really helped add to the energy and made it fun.
In Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
A great job by our Peter Choi there. And then 4 News Now morning reporter Destiny Richard was also participating in this year's Bloomsday. And take a peek at this year's Bloomsday t-shirts. Remember, those are hidden from the runners until they cross the finish line. And those turned out to be pretty cool. I like those a lot, Matt. And then here are some of the snapshots we took today of Bloomsday 2023. But we want to see your photos, so submit them on our website, KXLY.com. And Bloomies aren't the only ones taking to the streets to have fun today. Festivities continue across the UK one day after the historic coronation of King Charles III. Street parties are expected across the country, and a coronation concert will be held on the grounds of the Windsor Castle with Katy Perry and Take That making appearances. But not everyone is celebrating the coronation of the new king, as Patrick Reevell reports.
As Britain celebrated the crowning of its new monarch, not too far away from those cheers of God Save the King, another kind of chant. Hundreds of yellow-clad demonstrators along the procession route, booing as the King's carriage passed.
These people are booing in response to the proclamation of King Charles. They're now chanting, "Not my king, not my king."
I just think the monarchy is really outdated, it's colonialist, it really doesn't represent British values to me,
Ahead of the coronation, anti-monarchy group Republic vowed to mount the biggest protest against a British monarch in modern history. Police taking a harsh line in response, arresting Republic's leaders before they could even reach the protest, sparking heavy criticism of overreach, 52 people detained in total. Britain's Scotland Yard saying police acted in a proportionate manner. Polls still show strong support for the monarchy, but not among young people. The royal transition reigniting debate across Commonwealth countries, including Jamaica and Australia, about the need to retain Charles as head of state. Barbados parted ways with the Crown in 2021 to become a republic. Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness notably absent from the coronation, making it clear during a royal visit last year he's looking to follow too.
We're moving on. And we'll move on to your forecast. Weather was beautiful this morning. All the wet weather held off for Bloomsday, but here this afternoon, it's been a little bit of a different story. Really, just in the last couple of hours, we've seen some showers develop and have been moving across the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene metro. Things are quiet in Spokane proper. We saw some rain about a half hour ago, but now look where the wet weather is. Places like Liberty Lake, East Farms, Otis Orchards, Post Falls, and then Rathdrum. It's not raining yet, but it will be soon as this little shower continues to move from west to east across the inland northwest. We're also watching some showers that are pulling away from the Coeur d'Alene area but headed towards the Wolf Lodge area on Lake Coeur d'Alene there on the east arm. So as we go through the night, we're actually going to be focusing now further to the south on some thunderstorm activity that's been happening near and south of the LC Valley. You can see in this motion over the last 3 hours, you can see that this moisture south of the LC Valley starting to move to the north here. And so around the Palouse, I would expect some more rain tonight. And even in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, late tonight, we'll have a chance to pick up a few more showers. So for tonight, 43, chance for rain. And there are going to be more chances for rain here at the start of the week. And even a chance for a few more thunderstorms. So we'll track out that active pattern and when you need to be planning for some wet weather on your Monday coming up.
All right, Matt, we're looking forward to it. And you might remember this dramatic video, a school bus driver passing out while on the road, and the bus veers into oncoming traffic. But then 7th grader Dylan Reeves springs into action, grabbing the steering wheel there and slowly pushing onto the brakes, telling his fellow students behind him to call 911. Yesterday, the local school board gave Dylan an award.
Congratulations.
But on that day, Dylan didn't think anything of his heroic actions. After that video was taken, his dad says he came home, took a shower, and played some basketball with his friend.
When he first came home, he was like, all he did was stop the bus.
Wasn't expecting anything out of it.
No.
And many people are wondering how Dylan knew how to drive that bus, and it turns out he's been carefully watching his dad drive for years, even sometimes practicing with his dad on little country roads. But it's no surprise that he someday hopes to be a first responder, like a police officer or a firefighter. Dylan has been able to speak with the bus driver. She said he's proud of him and that she's doing well. University of Oregon researchers looked at tens of thousands of texts written by teenage girls. The team says they found an interesting correlation between the texts and the girls' mental health. Joey Veka reports.
The Oregon research team spent a month focusing on 30 girls between the ages of 11 and 15 in the Eugene area. They looked at more than 22,000 messages the teens sent through text and social media. Nick Allen, a U of O professor, says they felt like smartphones were a good place to start to give them clues into teens' mental health.
One of the methods that we've been very interested in is the fact that adolescents and teenagers spend so much time on their smartphones, and they're putting a lot of information into those phones that are very important for their social lives and their well-being.
The team monitored the teens' phone use and then compared it to their moods each day. And they found an interesting connection when the girls used more first-person pronouns.
So I, me, my, words like that, which the literature suggests is a reflection of self-focused attention. So being more self-focused in their language, and that correlated with days that they were having lower mood.
And coming up here on 4 News Now, misinformation is causing a surge at the Mexican border ahead of the expiration of Title 42 on Thursday.
And I'm keeping an eye on showers that have popped up here this afternoon. Cloudy in Spokane, but you can see the rain approaching Coeur d'Alene as we look to the west. There's going to be more showers in our forecast, and some much warmer weather is coming back around too. We'll show you when that will appear in your First Alert forecast.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Women Helping Women Fund May 16th Gala.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. the account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
If you have a fear of missing out, you might want to start earning with a free Camas Rewards card because, dude, Camas Rewards at Northern Quest for all the ways you play.
Who has the deals? Furniture Row. Who has the deals? Furniture Row.
This Memorial Day, we've been training, prepping for savings so big, they're getting backed in by the truckload. The more you buy,
the more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend.
Check out special purchases while they last. And financing, we're talking 6 years, no interest. But I want to know, do you have the guts to save like never before? The Memorial Day Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
At Northern Quest, we offer the lowest minimum bets and highest maximum bets. Because only you know if you're feeling lucky, valued guest. Northern Quest. Yes, the best.
Live look here over downtown Spokane, where we've seen a little bit of sunshine today, but also the clouds, and more recently, some showers. At least we got Bloomsday off without a hitch. And we're not going to see a ton of wet weather tonight, but we will have a chance for some showers throughout the evening and through the overnight hours. As we head into tomorrow about this time, thunderstorms are going to come back into the forecast. Good news, though, not looking like they're going to be as strong as some of the gnarlier ones that we saw last week. Showers going to hang around until middle of the week, and then a big warm up is coming once again. If you liked that warm weather last weekend, well, I think you're going to like this. In the meantime, though, unsettled weather across the region. A little system that's going to be basically moving right in our direction as we go through tonight and through tomorrow. And what that means for us, well, that means more showery conditions. As for tonight, things kind of clear up as the sun sets, but we'll still see kind of the remnants of some of these storms that are down by the Blue Mountains in the LC Valley, trying to track to the north. Potentially, we could see a little sprinkle places like St. Mary's, around other parts of Layton, Benoit counties, Kootenai County as well. Our model trying to put some showers in early in the morning. I'm a little bit skeptical on that, but in these unsettled weather patterns, you have to account for maybe at least a sprinkle almost every hour of the day. And here we go, right about 1 o'clock around the Palouse and the Blues again. We're going to start to see those showers and storms pop up. It'll be a little bit later in the day for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Think like 4 or 5 o'clock at earliest, and then really we'll end up, I think, with a fairly showery evening as all that moisture continues to track to the north and into the I-90 corridor. Lows for tonight generally going to be in the 40s around the region. The cloud cover largely going to keep us from getting much cooler than that. And then for our highs, this is actually pretty normal for this time of the year. It's been a while since we've had normal temperatures that weren't super cool or super warm, but this is right in that average range. 67 in Spokane, 66 in Coeur d'Alene. Continuing to watch for some flood alerts here, where in northern Ferry County and in Okanagan County. Overall, though, things looking like they are going to improve as far as river flooding is concerned. That flood warning for St. Mary's was dropped this morning. Strong high pressure is going to be coming back in by the end of the week. And boy, oh boy, there is going to be some very warm temperatures along for the ride, even warmer than the heat that we saw last week. 80s by Friday, 85 Saturday, upper 80s. Yes, by Mother's Day, we could be flirting with the elusive 90 degrees. It is that serious of a warm-up. So, boy, that's going to be interesting. Hope your AC is ready.
Yeah, another reason to look forward to the weekend there, Matt. Thank you. Well, thousands of migrants are gathering at the U.S.-Mexican border ahead of the expiration of Title 42 on Thursday. That's the U.S. government rule that let Border Patrol officers immediately expel migrants during the COVID pandemic. But misinformation is encouraging many migrants to think that on Thursday they'll be able to walk right into the U.S., which U.S. authorities say is just not true. Yofre Perez is one of those migrants. He's come all the way from Venezuela, and he says he can't return home.
Already here, and we can't go back. We have to press on as far as we can get, as far as they let us get.
U.S. officials, especially Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas, are clarifying the border will remain sealed.
Border is not open. It has not been open, and it will not be open subsequent to May 11th. And the smugglers who exploit vulnerable migrants are spreading misinformation.
Encounters between U.S. border agents and undocumented immigrants fell earlier this year, but have recently increased to about 7,000 per day. Well, it's Nurse Appreciation Week, and one nurse manager in California is honoring the profession, by making an effort to diversify the field. For Carter Todd, founder of the Capital City Black Nurses Association and former nurse, encouraging people of color to pursue nursing is more than just about diversity. It's about quality of care.
The evidence shows that when you have healthcare professionals that look like you, that understand where you're from, that speak the same language, you're going to get better care.
The disparities, Todd says, come from a lack of STEM classes in middle and high school that have less resources. Todd says getting rigorous science and math courses for all students is where the change starts.
Nursing is for everybody. It should be an option for everybody. And I think that we're getting there. I'm really proud of what we've been doing over the last 5 years.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Who has the deals? Furniture Row. Who has the deals? Furniture Row.
This Memorial Day, we've been training, prepping for savings so big, they're getting backed in by the truckload. The more you buy,
the more you save. Save $100 for every $1,000 you spend.
Check out special purchases while they last. And financing, we're talking 6 years, no interest. But I want to know, do you have the guts to save like never before? The Memorial Day Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
Hey, did you lock in the ringer for the softball team yet? We really need to repeat as Kubota League champs.
Yeah, check this out. What's up? 56.
Is that Ben Gregg?
Yeah, he can hit, he can pitch, and he sold 3 tractors this morning.
Come to Adams Tractor and get your Kubota today. For new tractors, parts, and service, and with 5 locations, we are the Northwest's biggest and best Kubota dealer.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. We're the friendly faces you see first thing in the morning and at the end of your day. We're the people you trust on your screens and in real life. And we'll always be there when you need us. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
4 News Now is brought to you by A to Z Rentals.
Well, thousands
Thousands of runners from all different backgrounds took to the starting line at the 47th running of Bloomsday this morning. Sports director Julian Minnesone tells us which athletes took the top spots in this year's competition.
The 2023 Bloomsday race saw a lot of fun, a lot of great competition. There was the men's elite race, para-athletes competed, and of course, a close finish in the women's elite race. It was Yeshi Kalayu Chikol out of Ethiopia who was in front for most of the women's elite competition. Chikol pushed up Doomsday Hill but was neck and neck with two-time Bloomsday champion Cynthia Limo. In the end, Chikol, in her first trip to the United States, becomes Bloomsday champion with a time of 38:49. Coming in fourth was three-time USA Track and Field champion Kiera D'Amato with a time of 39:42 for D'Amato. It was one of the early races in her season, but a good finish nonetheless.
The spectators brought it, and it was just such a fun, beautiful course. So I ran hard, I ran tough. I got dropped there, but I hung as tough as I could.
Ethiopian national record holder and 2018 Bloomsday champion Yamal Yemmer took first in the men's elite competition. He was followed by U.S. runner Tashoma Makonnen.
This course is very tough and fast. So you go no matter. You run, you finish, it's okay.
The para-athletes also showed out. Paralympic champion Susanna Scaroni took the top spot in the women's wheelchair division. Coming in fourth was the youngest para-athlete competing, 11-year-old Brooklyn Gossard.
What makes Bloomsday so special? What do you think?
Probably giving you the chance to figure out what you can do and what are your limitations.
Many of the runners we talked to say they're going to be back for Bloomsday next year. Just shows how special this event really is. In Spokane, Julian Minnesone, 4 News Now Sports.
Well, now let's head over to Seattle. The Mariners looking for the series win against the Astros this afternoon. In the third, it's going to be a scoreless game until Julio Rodriguez sends this one deep, way deep. That ball lands in the back of the beer garden into someone's beer. And his 6th home run of the season that ends up with a 1-0 lead. Later in the inning, a man on for Cal Raleigh. The ball gets between the legs of the first baseman. Look away, Red Sox fans. That allows Eugenio Suarez to come home safely. Cal safely in at second. They're really getting going now. Fast forward to the 9th. They still got a 2-run lead. And Justin Tapa in to close it gets Kyle Tucker looking. And Seattle gets the game and the series win. And more importantly, finally back to 500 on the season. And for the first time in more than a week, the Seattle Kraken return to home ice tonight as they get ready for Game 3 in their series against Dallas. The Kraken looking to take control of this series over the next few days, but it was Game 2 that the Stars exerted their will and evened up this series with a 4-2 win. Dallas outshooting Seattle by 10 and more than doubling up on the face-offs. Not exactly a recipe for success, and even though the Kraken hasn't been together for that long as a squad, their experience is what's helping them stay the course and a reason why they've even made it this far.
We had to be probably a little more nimble and, willing to evolve and change things as you figure out personnel. No matter what you see on paper and how much you think you know about people and players, you really don't until you start working together and you see what it looks like on the ice. So, I believe we've worked hard to evolve and continue to try to find the things that best suit our group. And
puck drop coming up in just a little under than 2 hours. It's going to be a good one. And now I'm going to send it over to the biggest Kraken fan in the newsroom. Jordan?
That's right. That's me. Go Seattle. No, it's Avalanche all the way. I hope they do well, though. It makes us look good. Hey, it's the perfect weather to grab your helmet and go for a bike ride. In this week's Air 4 Adventure, we're heading down to the Palouse to give you a bird's eye view of one of the most picturesque bike rides that you'll ever take. Let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone.
Spokane Bicycle Club. We lead rides almost every day of the week. Some of the rides are, real just social rides at a leisurely pace. Some of the rides are swifter and have rides that can accommodate all riding styles. We're heading out down to the Palouse Highway, and we're going to stay on the highway down to Rockford. Then we're coming back up through along the Valley Chapel Road, and there are a few different options, so a lot of times, the group will kind of say, well, let's try this, let's try that. It'll be about a 40-mile loop. Originally I did it just kind of for transportation, commuting, and that, I retired a few years ago, and now it's just strictly pleasure and fitness and being outside, and also meeting and riding with other people with similar interests.
Palouse has rolling hills, and oftentimes you will get into rollers on the highway or on side roads. We call it the Moulter Road Rollers because in a 2-mile stretch there's about 7 or 8 little humps. Remember how when you were a kid, your dad would get on a gravel road and he'd gut it a little bit, and you'd go over those rollers, he'd come out off that doesn't happen on a bike, of course, but you get that sense of the roller coaster ride in a way.
Gorgeous place. Any time of year, it's just beautiful.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
This Memorial Day at Furniture Row, we're prepping for savings so big, they're backing them in by the truckload. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years no interest and special purchases while they last. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
You ever hear the phrase, it's all about the money? At Kootenai Casino, it's definitely about winning money, but it's also about the fun, the food, the spa, the people, and the friendly atmosphere you won't find anywhere else. Midweek rooms are just $79 in the Kootenai Falls Lodge, or Riverview rooms for just $109. It's all about us showing you a good time and giving you a shot at winning big. To book a winning getaway, call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
I think at Hospice of Spokane, it's not just a job. It's a career, but it's also a passion. Nurses, the social workers, the chaplains, the health aides, they just do a phenomenal job, and they get to know the clients. They don't come to treat just the client. They come to embrace the family as a whole.
To serve with the region's #1 hospice team, visit hospiceofspokane.org.
When foot pain is breaking your heart, a mother's story.
My foot pain got really bad after I had my son. I didn't have any energy left to play with him.
She tried various tricks and treatments.
A lot of those disposable throwaway inserts.
Nothing worked, till she got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
I could feel like something was happening.
Something good.
It's been a life changer.
For Elisa and her now not-so-baby boy. Stop by for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Monday on Good Morning Northwest, we will kick off Teacher Appreciation Week and show you how you can nominate your favorite teacher for a $50 prize.
Plus, get your complete Bloomsday wrap-up and your work week forecast, which should warm up again Monday on Good Morning Northwest.
It's the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And check out the Summit Firm for only $299.99, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
4 News Now is brought to you by Riverdance 25th Anniversary Show.
Download the 4 News Now app today. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.